Mars is the self-centered instinctive drive and impulse, the sparkle and penetrating force. Mars is somewhat awkward and extroverted. Mars is very inconsiderate and purposeful. Mars equals sex. The position of Venus and Mars, blended with the position of the Sun and the Moon, in your individual natal chart, or in the chart of your partner, point to sexual behavior and sex outlook. Today we are talking about the sexuality of Mars in Aries. Mars in Aries is in its home sign. Mars in Aries lovers often appear a bit out of control, and that's just the way they like it. They enjoy getting carried away by sex, being swept up in its energy and physical urgency. You can't rattle Mars in Aries lovers by saying they don't know what they're doing. So much the better, they will answer. For these impetuous lovers, being out of control and not knowing what will happen next is the whole point of sexual passion. Here good sex is a headlong, face-first, full-throttle exploration of the unknown. It is a firestorm of trouble and ecstasy fit only for the stout of heart. Given their headlong approach to love, it is not surprising that this Mars type often ends up in troublesome relationships. But once again, the Mars in Aries lover will answer, so much the better. This is a lover who cannot abide being too comfortable. A relationship in which there is no contention, pain, struggle or sorrow hardly seems worth pursuing. Thus, these lovers are frequently found in impossible romantic situations, making one bad choice after another, and loving every minute of it. Why do they love it so? Why is it that they insist on arguments, trouble, and even pain in their sexual relationships? For Mars in Aries lovers, sex that just feels good is a waste of precious time. Sensation for its own sake means very little to them, and the joys of the flesh have only the most minimal allure. Sex must be coupled with strong emotions and extraordinary situations to satisfy these radical lovers. There has to be drama, a sense of dire need, unstoppable passion and drastic measures about to commence in order to lift sex out of the sensual commonplace and transform it into an experience worth remembering. These are competitive, challenge-oriented lovers. Typically, they are drawn to the partner who is hardest to get, the one who initially says no or who seems most unlikely to respond. In some cases, this competitiveness becomes a major handicap. It compels these lovers to regard the people they sleep with as trophies and to measure their own ability as lovemakers solely by the number and variety of their sexual contacts. Other times this tendency to see love as a challenge can have happy results. It allows the Mars in Aries lover to approach relationships with an excitement that is endlessly renewed. As long as the relationship is moving, as long as it is a constantly unfolding process or even an ongoing battle, these lovers never lose interest. Mars in Aries individuals can be very desirable and very active lovers due to their fiery passions and endless hunger for excitement, but because their enjoyment of sex is more dependent on psychological factors than physical pleasures, these lovers are also capable of withdrawing from sex for extended periods of time. It's not that they lose their capacity for passion. It's just that they can't get excited about sex that isn't wrapped in a challenge. Sex without fire, sex that doesn't appeal to their innate idealism and their pioneering spirit, is worse than no sex at all for these lovers. But when the right kind of relationship comes along, it is truly amazing how quickly the fire reignites. This content was written by astrologer Joey Watts. Please like and subscribe to Phenomenal Astrology.